Terminator Dark Fate just drags the franchise into a new low. This horrible film, I didn't like it, and just the first 5 minutes pissed me off. That's how bad this movie is. If you haven't seen this movie yet, skip it because it is definitely not worth your time. When I saw the trailer to this movie a couple of months back, I thought, maybe this might be good, but I wasn't really looking forward to it. And for a film like this, it's just all around bad. This is what I really think about this franchise now.
Fuck you, you little dipshit!
Yeah, that's how I feel about this franchise now, which was once great with Terminator 1 and 2. But after countless reboots and sequels, it just ain't worth it anymore. So the story is, this is a direct sequel to Terminator 2, and where now a new group of resistant robots is targeting a young woman named Danny, and it sent back a Terminator highly improved to take out Danny, but they also send somebody else named Grace to protect her. And then enters Sarah Connor, who hasn't really been a major focus of these movies recently. Unless, of course, you want to count Terminator Genesis. And they bring Linda Hamilton back. She's alright. She really doesn't make much of the movie. I felt like her presence didn't add much to it. And they did everything for nostalgia sake. Now, I will be spoiling this film, so spoiler alert, there are spoilers in this review. So, if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this review. Killing off John Connor. Seriously. What the heck? How the hell could they do that? It was like a big F you to the audience who grew up watching the first Terminator. Well, the first two Terminator films, really. And that generally just pissed me off. And everything from there, it's a downhill slope. And this movie's definitely one of the worst films of the year. This film was directed by Tim Miller and produced by James Cameron. So James Cameron has some involvement with this film, but it's not enough to save this franchise. To me, this series ended after Terminator 2 when they defeat the T-1000. But no, this film here takes a giant dump on this franchise, and it's not for the better. This movie pissed me off. There's terrible acting, terrible CGI, and they only brought back Linda Hamilton for nostalgia sake. I didn't care for Grace that much. I didn't really care for Danny. She was a weak character. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was there just for old time's sake, if you will. This franchise is really falling off for a very long time. And I should just think it's just let the franchise die. Other than that, there's not too much about this film. And it's certainly not worth your money or time. I'm giving this film a 3 out of 10. This film here just pissed me off. I didn't like it that much. And they only made this movie for money's sake. And oh yeah, by the way, this movie is a box office bomb, so it's not gonna make that much money anyway. So to me, it was just like a giant waste of time. And another thing, the liquid Terminator, didn't we see that in Terminator 3? Now, it's a cool concept because it could split into two Terminators in this film, but where have we seen that before? They draw parallels from Terminator 2 here, and it's generally not for the better. This movie sucks ass. There's nothing really great about it. I had a hard time believing that in the film, Sarah was hunting Terminators for a very long time after the death of her son, John. And other than that, this movie really doesn't do it for me. It's definitely just a huge time waster, in my opinion. And that's my review of Terminator Dark Fate. Alright, let me know in the comment section below if you've seen this movie, what you think about it. Do you agree this is like the worst Terminator film? Or do you think it's okay? In some reviews I see online, some people thought this was a pretty decent film. For me, I can't see it. The way they just completely kill off a legendary character in the beginning, and so much more that had pissed me off in this film. This movie's not even worthy to be called a Terminator film. Dark Faith, yeah, it was a Dark Faith, alright. Dark Faith that hopefully this ends the franchise and there'll be no more Terminator films in the future. And I have read online that there won't be any more anytime soon, so that's a good thing. What happened to this franchise? It used to be so great. If you highly regard Terminator 1 and 2, then you'll despise this movie as much as I have. Alright, this is Slum God 172 saying, peace out.